So to continue on here with Illustrator, and before I get into the specifics on Illustrator, the other thing that I wanted to mention, and the reason for doing it this way, saving versions with the type embedded, with a JPEG or a PDF or any of that stuff, is because of the fact that also, if you're working from home, you may be working with a newer version than the school has. Or if you're working from the school and then working backwards, you may come home and not be able to open the file that you're wanting to work on because it was saved in an older version. So there's version incompatibility problems as well. My rule of thumb, and it's a good advice, is to set yourself with one version at the beginning of the semester and stick with it, no matter what one of the applications it is in Adobe. Make sure that you're saving it at that version, and don't let, if you're working at home that is, do not let Adobe update itself. There are ways to prevent that from happening. And Adobe will always want to update itself, and you'll have to just deny it its ability to do that while the semester is going on. Okay, so getting back to what we're talking about, I'm in Illustrator again. I'm going to be opening a window here, a place to type in. I'm set up with, looks like copperplate here, and I'm going to just change that to example 1. Now, again, I have copperplate on my computer here at home. I might not have copperplate on the computer at the school. You may be able to install fonts on your computer at home, and you won't have those available to you at the school. This is the reason why you want to save a version, particularly in Illustrator, as both a Illustrator file so that I can see all of the working layers that you've got going. Plus, I want you to save a version of it as a PDF, and I also want you to save a version of it as a screen capture. So for this first part, we're going to do File, and we're going to do Save a Copy. Always do Save a Copy. And go to up here, we're going to do Example 1 and save it as an .ai file. I don't think there's a dot in there. Sometimes you got to be careful. You want to make sure that you always put the dot in there. It used to be that Macs didn't care. PCs very much do. They always want the file extension at the end of it. So the other thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to do File, Save a Copy, and you're going to want to save that as a PDF. So down here you're going to go to Adobe PDF. That makes sure that whatever font that you're using stays with the version that you're going to turn in. So we're going to call that example 1 PDF. And then the other thing that I want you to do always in Illustrator is to do a screen capture for me, which is going to save it as a ping. Specifically, if you're working on a PC, it'll do it as a ping as well. But you have to use the snippet tool. But on a Mac, it's just Command-Shift-4, and that'll give you these crosshairs, and you can drag a version of it open around it like so. And now we're all done with this example for right now. The 3 versions are out here. We have the PDF, we have the AI file, and now we have the screenshot. So again, you're going to create a file folder. You're going to name it, in my case, Bowman _T_example 1. And this would be for whatever assignment it is or whatever project it is, and put all 3 versions inside. Again, right click and compress the file. And this is the one you turn in, and both of these are the ones that you keep and put onto your peripheral. So that's the consistent way of turning stuff in Illustrator. Again, it's important, as I said, the availability of fonts from one computer to another is inconsistent, and the availability of versions from one computer to another is inconsistent. And that's the way, and that's the reason why it is important that you save your work as embedments, so that the file and the format and the way that you've got things set up stay with the document. All right.